No funding rounds, no pitch deck, not even disrupting the sitting industry. No 10x growth targets, no exit strategy. Just a man making buttons in a one machine shed. And 9 decades later, that button maker's family runs the world's largest plastic furniture company. While thousands of disruptive startups from the last 10 years don't even exist anymore. This is not a startup story. This is the opposite of one. And that's exactly why you need to hear it.
कुर्सी, एक कुर्सी ये है ताकत की। किसी को लुभाती है, किसी को लड़ाती है, कभी आसमान की सैर कराती है तो कभी खाक में मिलाती है। वक्त बदलते ही बदल जाती है। सब जानते हैं ये किसी की नहीं, चंचल चतुर कुर्सी। पर है एक कुर्सी, हमारी कुर्सी, जो वक्त से नहीं डरती, अपने रंग नहीं बदलती, न मचलती न बोझ से डरती, कुछ मांगती नहीं, बस देती है आराम। हमारे देश की असली शान नीलकमल, ये कुर्सी है महान।
Let's play this out for a second. Imagine a 2024 founder discovers the same opportunity, plastic chairs for India's event industry. What happens? He would call it chair tech. He would raise a seed round on a deck with the word disrupt on slide 3. He would hire fast, burn cash on ads, chase a land grab, and promise investor 10x growth in 18 months. Somewhere around Series B, unit economics would get shaky. Somewhere around Series C, the layoffs would start. That's not a cynical exaggeration. It's the default playbook of the last decade. Growth first, profit later, hope for an acquisition. Now, here's what actually happened in real life. No acronym, no acceleration, just 1934. A man named Vrajlal Parekh starts making metal and plastic buttons. One shed, one machine, no investors. Because there was no concept of investors for a button maker in colonial era Mumbai. Just an accountant turned businessman who decided to make things and sell them. No 5-year growth plan, no moonshot, just make the button, sell the button, repeat. For nearly 50 years, that's the entire story of family surviving on a modest, unremarkable trade. If you would told anyone in 1934 that this shed would one day be a listed company selling in 30 countries, they would have laughed you out of the room. That's the whole point of a compounding business. It looks like nothing is happening until everything is happening. In 1981, two brothers, Vaman Rai and Sharad Parekh, leave the family button business and start making plastic buckets, baskets and mugs from the rented shed in Powai, Mumbai. Notice what this is not. It's not a pivot in the startup sense. No press release, no rebrand, no funding announcement. It's two guys renting a small space and making buckets because they thought people would buy them. No one wrote a TechCrunch article about Nilkamal Plastic raises pre-seed round. There was no pre-seed round. There was just a rent, raw material and very unglamorous product line. This is the part hustle culture skips entirely. Most real businesses don't start with a bang, they start with a bucket. Late 1980s, the brothers are at an exhibition in Germany. They see rows of plastic chairs, a product India barely used. Here's where a startup founder would raise the war chest and blitzscale into every city at once. Instead, the brothers did something almost anticlimactic. They ordered one mold, one product line, tested it, let the market, weddings, functions, government offices pull the demand toward them instead of pushing hype toward the market. No growth hacking, no influencer seeding. The chairs sold because they were light, stackable and cheap to move, not because of a marketing campaign. That's the entire disruption moment of this story. One imported mold and patience. Here's the uncomfortable truth for anyone chasing the startup playbook. Speed and hype are not the same as durability. Nilkamal never needed to convince anyone with a pitch deck because it never needed anyone else's money to believe in it. It grew exactly as fast as its own cash flow allowed, which is slow, unglamorous, and apparently unstoppable over the years. Compare that to how many hot startups from even 5 years ago are still around. Most aren't. Most raised loud, grew fast, and died faster. Nilkamal never had a hockey stick graph. It had a straight, boring upward line for 9 decades. So next time someone tells you that you need a pitch deck, a funding round, and a disruption story to build something big, remember the button maker shared. Sometimes the most radical business strategy is simply make something useful, sell it honestly, and don't stop for 90 years. Hope this story adds value to your journey as much as researching it did to mine. If it did, hit like and let YouTube professor know. Don't forget to subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for your time today. I will see you in the next video.